What's up, high levelers? Funnel Doc here. In today's video, we're going to be going over an AI chatbot that will not only qualify your leads, but will schedule your appointment all native to high level. There's no zaps, there's no off platform, there's nothing. It's all inside high level. It's all done via workflows. I'm going to show you how to follow it up. I'm going to show you how to make the bot. I'm going to show you everything you need to know inside today's video. So this is a very long video. If for some reason you want to skip ahead, there are timestamps below. Please be sure to take advantage of that because there's going to be certain things that might be basic to you and other stuff's going to be very advanced. So see you inside this video. All right, so we're inside high level right now. So I'm going to go over two conversations real quick here to show you sort of like how the engagement goes. Then we're going to jump in the workflow. I'm going to break it all down, show you everything you need to know. So for this, we just set up a trigger. Now you can use whatever type of trigger you want, have this connected. We'll talk about that when we get in the workflow. But for me, I just was like, so as you can see right here, I was like, can you help me? And we were talking before, so we brought up the cost of funnel ecosystems range from like 10 to 45K, depending on the size of the ecosystem. And then you'll see here, I was like, awesome, that was doable. This is me, of course, chatting with the bot itself. And I set this up with SMS. You can again set it up WhatsApp. You can make it a widget. You can do whatever you want. When we get into the workflow in a minute, I'll show you all that. And then he's like, that's great to hear. Can you give me your email address to send you the appointment details and any additional information? I then gave my email address. Thanks. What type of business do you have? Can you tell me about a little bit what you have going on? I then told the bot that I have a trading card business. And he says, and the bot says, that sounds interesting. What specific product or offer do you want help with? And again, this is specifically for this bot. An example I did here. I have a digital marketing agency, AI automations, all that. And I'm creating a bot for that. So for this purpose, I'm acting like a coach is coming in and they want me to build out, a funnel ecosystem for their coaching program. So then they're like, my coaching program for my trading card business. And then the bot's like, got it. What kind of services are you interested for your coaching program? And then I say a funnel ecosystem. He's like, bot says, excellent choice. Are you looking to get started with this project? Now, the reason why I'm showing you this conversation is I want you to see the bot automatically disqualifying. Then I'm going to show you another one that my friend did, and she messed with the bot and tried to get it off course, and it still qualified her and booked the appointment. So we've got here, it's like excellent choice. What are you looking for the project? And now for my qualifier, I'm going to show you in the prompt and everything. My qualifier, I had 30 days or less. They needed to get started. So I'm like 3 months. And I did change this response in the bot. I didn't like the way it responded here, even though it's like it recognized right away. I'm sorry, but we prioritize clients are ready to start within the next month. Feel free to reach out closer to your desired start date. Thank you. And then I said, no problem. Thank you for your time. Maybe I'll check back in 3 months. And then the bot says, understanding, we'll be here whenever you're ready. Have a great day. So that was into that conversation. Now, the next one I'm going to show you my friend had here. And she started off the bot here. And the bot's like, hi, my name is Grace. I'm the lead customer care rep with Funnel Doc Digital Marketing. How can I help you today? Were you interested in having us build out your funnel ecosystem? And you can prompt this to however you want. And then she started messing with it. She's like, I'm looking for nachos. And then the bot's like, it sounds like you're in the wrong place. Funnel Doc Digital Marketing specializes in building funnel ecosystems for businesses. If you need help with digital marketing, I'm here for you. And then she says, can you digital market my nacho business? And then the bot said, absolutely. And even though she's playing on words and sort of messing with it a little bit, you can still see there's an understanding here, which I really love the bot did. Absolutely. I'd have love to hear more about your nacho business. What's your name? And she's like, I'm Molly. My nachos are delicious. Have you had nachos recently? And you'll see that in the prompt, I have it engineered so that if they start getting too much off a track that's not qualifying them and booking the appointment, then they try and redirect it. So the bot's like, nice to meet you, Molly. I haven't had nachos recently, but they sound amazing. Can I get your email in case we get disconnected or I need to send you more info? So then she gave her email. And then you're right here, like, thanks. Tell me a little bit more about your nacho business. And again, before, remember, I hadn't told her my business yet. So it's just like, hey, tell me a little bit more about your business and what do you have going on currently. We sell nachos of all varieties, hot nachos, mild nachos, even cold nachos. And the bot's like, awesome, Molly. What specific product or offer would you like to help with, or to help you market? And then she replied all of it. And the bot's like, what kind of services are you interested in? For example, and see, the bot recognized what we did and is now trying to like dig a little deeper. It's qualifying even more. Got it. What kind of services you're interested in? For example, are you looking for social media marketing, email campaigns, or something else? She said, I don't know. And then the bot's like, great, Molly, we can go over the options in your call. When are you looking to get started for your marketing? The day after tomorrow. And she gave her a little bit even like weird way to phrase it. Instead of saying tomorrow, she said the day after today, which is tomorrow. But still, the bot recognized it. And then she's like, just to confirm, you'd be looking, and then they gave the start date, which is awesome, which is correct. And then she's like, yeah, is that possible? And then they gave the times, but then she was on East Coast, but you'll see here the time they gave was Pacific. So then she's like, can you tell me those in East Coast times? It re-gave them to her in East Coast times. She said, thanks, I need to take Lenny to the vet at noon. How about? And then this is what's funny. You'll see all the times are in regular AM PM, and she gave it in 24-hour, and then the bot was still able to recognize that 1 p.m. Eastern time on Monday, November 11th. Does that sound good to you? She's like, heck yeah. Do I need to pay for this? What can I expect to happen on Monday? The bot said there's no payment is needed for this call. On Monday, we'll discuss the nacho business in detail and the marketing services we can offer you. Our goal is to understand your needs and create a plan tailored to your business. How's that sound? It sounds good. I'm good as my it sounds as good as my nachos. Can I bring some beautiful? And then you'll see here's the appointment scheduled. And then the bot replies back, your appointment is booked for November, blah, blah, blah. Looking forward to chatting with you then. Here's the appointment. And that's the thing, too. All this is set up. I've got pipelines it's going to add it to. So it's got the whole workflow set up. And we're going to show you that. We're going to jump into that now. So if we go into the workflow itself, it is really, really straightforward. Let me save this. And it's basically only three workflows. There is the AI bot itself workflow that we're scheduling, which is 01 here, 001. We've got the scheduling session reminders and appointments. I set those up a little different. We've got different reminders that go out before and after the call, as well as assigning team members, all that type of stuff. And then I actually have a special email that goes out an hour or two after the appointment to the person, the team member who got the appointment, that just asked, hey, did they show or not? And then they hit one of the trigger links, and then that processes it as a show or not show and moves them down the pipeline. And they won't get this if they purchase, that's all in here. So we're going to jump on in now. We're going to go first jump into the qualifying bot itself. There's not a ton to it. I actually, for this one, again, we're keeping it all native, wanted it to be the conversation appointment booking bot that's beta over here. So the way that we set this up, again, this is just an SMS. You can set this up for any reply channel. I said reply, and then the SMS need help or help me. And you can leave it open if you wanted to be able to just have it go willy-nilly, but I really like it to have like a beginning qualifier to where it's like asking for AI assistance or can I get help or something like that. But anyway, you could do multiple channels. I would recommend doing a different workflow for each channel rather than trying to do the traditional where people are like, oh, if it comes in on SMS, you're going to go to FS statement. It will then shift it to you don't need all that. It makes the workflow way too complicated. Just keep them all linear. So if it's SMS, this is SMS. This is for Facebook. This is for Instagram. Whatever ones you want, just duplicate it. Go in and just change out whatever the platform is. So you come in, chat widget, email, etc. You can't really duplicate these. Sorry, you can only duplicate actions. But I would just come in, you go customer. I always type replied. So customer reply, just show you how to set this up. Then you're going to first pick the channel that they want. You're going to come down here, which is reply channel. And then you pick whichever you want. Let's say that we wanted, let's chat widget. And then the next thing you do is you put your contains phrase. And then you can put as many as you want here. So if you just even want them to say hello, as whatever it is, contains phrase, hello, and then you just hit enter, and then you could say goodbye or whatever. That obviously makes no sense, but I'm just showing you. I spelled by wrong there. You also have the ability to doesn't have exact match here. So I have contained phrase, which means it could be in a sentence. Someone could say, hey, I need help with yada yada. and it would fire off. But if you go contains phrase, exact match here, then it's looking for exactly that specific word, like AI, separate by itself. So just think about that, the difference between contains phrases within a sentence. Exact match is just like it's just saying one phrase, and that's going to trigger the bot as far as that goes. You can play with that. Let me know how it goes. The next thing is I've always, because this is for my digital marketing agency, I want to assign it to a team member. In this example here, I just had it for me. I can put multiple team members on here. So if I want to add Bob and me, then I can come in and you can see here, I can then assign them equally or unevenly. If I wanted to get more, I could go, okay, so for every appointment, I'm going to get 4, Bob's going to get 1, or whatever it is, and then you could just save it accordingly. And then this is also tagged offer on, only apply to unassigned contacts. So I like to leave this on. That way, if a team member's already been assigned, they don't get reassigned to somebody new, especially if they're working together. So I'll leave that on. If you don't care, turn it off, turn it off. So the next thing, and again, for that one, just so that you know, that's under assigned team member. Assigned to user. Here we go. So it'd be this one, assigned to user, and you can just pick the users there. And then the next one is the appointment AI. Right off the bat, we go right into it. A lot of this has to do with how it's prompted. So you're going to come right here, and this one right here, appointment booking conversation AI bot. And you'll see this is what it sort of looks like. They've got a little basic personality stuff. They've got some different functions in here. And that's pretty much it when you do it initially. Now, I'm going to show you what I have in here. Now, you're going to see a lot of this I have custom values for because I wanted to be able to make a templatable bot that I could fill out a form and then the bot would be ready to go. So I could just repeatedly make these. So I've got the name in here, your name is, and then that's a value. You're a very helpful AI or very helpful sales assistant. You're friendly when asked questions to help move the conversation along, stay focused, and don't let the user get off track if they start asking questions that are off topic. And then we go through the actual prompt itself, which is the meat and potatoes. Now, I will show you the values of this so you can sort of see how it is. But we come in here, I've got this set up. Now, mind you, the way that I've got this is sort of to let it know with the brackets that this is a headline. So we've got first row overview, and then I've just got the custom value, which you can just come in, you scroll down to custom values, and then you go to your AI, what I've got my AI, and then I just pick the different custom values. And you've got, so first of all, I'm going to go through these and then we'll go look at the actual values themselves in a second so you can see. So first we've got your role overview, the context of the call, what the greeting is going to look like when they greet him. If they need to overcome any objections, we'll have this, and then the objective of the call itself. And the objective of the call itself is where you would have the actual script of the call or the questions. And I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. And then we've got your trial code closes if you needed that, what the next steps are going to be. Do not proceed if. This is the key right here. This guy, do not proceed if, and these are the disqualifiers. So you'll see up in here in the beginning, you'll see I have the qualifier questions to ask in this one right here in the the objective. But in the don't proceed, I've got the actual opposite basically. So if it's saying something like, oh, when would you like to get started is the question, my disqualifier is if they want to get started anything over a month, and then recognize that, and then what to do, and then the next steps, what to do if they qualify or don't, or what to do the next steps. And they've got the what to not proceed. We've got our company information that talks about the company itself and give other important information. And then we've got important little reminders for the bot. Keep responses under 250 characters. You can do a little more or less if you want. I find that's probably around the sweet spot, give or take. And you're going to find that you need something, a limiter like this in there. If you don't, it'll give pages sometimes. So be careful with that. And then I like to say, hey, never repeat the exact same reply. So if someone's coming through this or there's another response, you don't want it to seem robotic, even though it is. Now, there is a maximum message. I want to go over this next here, and this is the time. You can only unfortunately have the max of 25 messages. I've got a timeout reply for 24 hours here, and you could pick any different units you want so the conversation go on. You are only able to do this in Facebook, Instagram, and SMS. So therefore, your reply channels can have to reflect that. You can't, like I was saying, I wasn't thinking before, I apologize, but I have it where I said, use the chat widget. We can't use the chat widget right now because it doesn't work. Then you can let it not or send the confirmation message as well as a schedule. And then you'll see here that if they time out, I have an SMS that shoots off to them saying, "Hey, do you have a question?" And just about Funnel Doc digital marketing, it's just get them re-engaged in the conversation. It's going to wait for a reply and then start the bot again. If they do book the appointment via the bot, like I showed you on the message where it's actually booked, it's going to then send an internal SMS to the assigned user saying, "Hey, you've got an appointment on this time and day with this person. They've been added to your calendar. Please follow up with them before your appointed time." And then they get added a task for them. So when they come in, it's like, "Hey, woohoo, do you want to get, you need to call this guy," or something like that. So here's the task we have for that person: a follow appointment, follow up with contact name at least 24 hours before their appointment on this day and time. And then you could do in now. Here's the one thing that a lot of people are going to be like, "Well, if you go to when's it due, you can either hit," for some reason, not let me contact. If we go to add task, let's just type in task so I can show you this real quick. You go to add task. Now, if you go down to due, you can see it's either now or up to 5 days. Well, if you want to specifically tailor this, just put a wait step before it and then set it for now. So I could set this for now, like I have it here. I've got this to go off for now. But if I wanted to wait 5 hours for it to go off then, or a certain time or date or anything, just put a wait step in there and then set it to go off for that time or day. Boom. And you've got it set. You can get around that little nuance that they have for the now to 5 hours. So just keep that in mind. Then I have a note that then is added to the contacts, file about what's going on, when the appointment is, that type of stuff, as well as I add them a tag that they've scheduled. They also are added to the area where it says they've scheduled a call now in the pipeline. So we've got an opportunity here. You'll see, I'm going to probably change this, but I have it called scaling session. So we have in the client sales pipeline, we've got them booked a call with their name, who they've been assigned to, and they're still in the open status for that. And then the last thing that we've got here is the contact, appointments, time, and date. So I actually go in and then add this, even though it's been put in a note, so that if I need to use it later somewhere in the area, I can actually go in and pull this in. Because one of the problems with this is once you leave this workflow, you don't know what their time of day is. You can't pull that information from anywhere else. So I wanted to be able to do that. So I just went ahead and put the time and date in here in case I wanted to use it later in a different workflow or somewhere else that it didn't matter. So the next thing is, if they don't book the appointment, they get tagged as a new lead. A note gets added. They didn't book an appointment, that they talked to the bot, but they did not schedule an appointment. And then right here, they've got they update on the pipeline to a new lead instead of booked an appointment. And then also the person that's been assigned to them is then tasked to follow up with them. Please follow up with contact name set from 24 hours from now. That's the bot. It's really that simple as far as that goes. Now, the custom values are where the important stuff is. So here's your agent's name, Grace. Here's your company info, talks about me, all the stuff we've done, the awards we've won, all that type of stuff, the 52 million in sales. Here's the context of the message. The user is responding to a ad on Facebook or watched a video on YouTube. They want to learn more about Funnel Doc digital marketing and schedule an appointment. Then don't proceed. So this is important. Don't allow them to book an appointment if any of the following apply. If they are not looking to get started in less than a month, if they don't have an active business, if their budget is less than 5,000, if they don't have any idea what they want to do, they don't know who their dream customer is, or if any of these apply, they are not qualified. So if any of these apply, don't qualify. If they don't qualify to schedule a call, please let them know why very respectfully, and tell them what they need to do to qualify, and thank them for their time. Always ask if they need help and if there's anything else or have any more questions before ending the conversation. And that's important. I added that because I didn't like the way it was responding. It would just cut off. And I always like to be, at least for the person to know that we're still trying to help. So then we've got right here the greeting, which is really simple. Hi, Grace. Hi, this is Grace. I'm, with Funnel Doc Digital Marketing, the lead customer care rep here at Funnel Doc Digital Marketing. How can I help you? I'm interested with the funnel ecosystem, just like you saw before. Next step after gathering your questions, if they are interested in working with Funnel Doc Digital Marketing or whatever the location's name is, invite them in no pressure call with whoever they've been assigned to. So now it's like, hey, do you want to book call with Jeff? If you're one of our top sales rep, purpose of the call, Funnel Doc Digital Marketing users are a good match and confirm they can provide the services that are needed. And then here's the objective is an and you can just sort of read this if you want to pause it, etc. If you got any objections, here's your role overview, and then on your next one, and then your trial closes would go right there. So that's pretty much everything that's in the bot. There are a couple custom values that I did add in here, or custom fields, I mean, for the times appointment and the no-show. Now, the one thing I did want to show you too is for the no-show scheduling. So let me show you the two other parts of the workflow. I do pretty straightforward booking appointment. So once the calendar is booked, and I just have it simply, this trigger is when anyone books when the scaling session is booked, internal notification goes off, again, telling them that they have a booked appointment for the assigned user. Then confirmation email goes off to the person signed up for it 24 hours before. The reminder goes to the staff. Then the client gets an email reminder 1 hour before. They get an email and an SMS reminder. 10 minutes before, they get an email and an SMS reminder with the link to the Zoom and all that type of stuff. I really like the 1 hour and 10-minute window. It's worked really good for me for the last 8 years. And then after the appointment, it's then going to send that link I said with the trigger links. Show or show, did, contact name, show or no show. And they pick, it's going to wait for a day after. And it's going to wait for up to a day after. You can put whatever this you want for this person, but this just allows them to sort of do it all at the end of the day. Because think about it, if you've got like 5 appointments, maybe they're back to back, now you get 5 texts, and after all your appointments, you'd be like, yep, show, no show, show, and then all the corresponding stuff you'd want to have happen would be able to happen, as well as this gives them time to be able to get tagged with a purchase. So that's the other thing is the next step is, did they buy? And if they didn't buy, then hey, and you didn't pull them out of this yet, which I have, you'll see in the other workflow pulls them out. They get sent an email, hey, well, we see that you guys didn't decide not to sign up with us, no big deal. Can we ask what we can do better to improve our services, or maybe in the future to be able to, earn your business, something like that. So there's the next step. And then the final one is the do or not show, which I'm going to show you that one right now. Now, you could add a ton more to this inside my Funnel Doc Digital Marketing. I go deeper into it and everything. Like I go into sending them a contract, having it paid, the invoice goes out, booking up their onboarding appointments, all that type of stuff. So here's the show did not show. I hate that it does that at first. Whenever you open these up, it gives gobbledygook. So you've got first the 2 trigger links, and then it's going to ask them when they come in. It's like, did they show or no show? So if they showed, no big deal. Appointment status is updated to showed, good to go. If they didn't show, I have a 3-tier system of hitting them up and being like, hey, man, you've missed once, you missed twice, 3 strikes, you're out type stuff. So you've got how many times did they show? Now, the first one here, you're going to see if they don't have, here, let me open this up. If they don't have, does not include any of these tags. That means they've never been through the system yet. So they're going to go through the first portal, which is the first time. Now, if they've gone through it, they're going to get a tag for first time, but they won't have the no-show tag 2 or 3. So that way he'll go through the second. Now, on the second time he gets tagged it, and now he won't only just have the no-show 3, and then no-show 3 goes to the final branch. So we've got here, which is this one right here, which this one, there's no need for it because we tell them after the 3rd no-show that they're sorry. So first no-show, they're going to come in. Their updated status is no-show. They've moved in the pipeline now to no-show. They've been tagged to no-show. 2 hours after that, they're going to get an email that's going to be like, hey, what's up? Would you like to reschedule? It's very friendly email, the first one. Hey, we know stuff happens. Life gets in the way, yada, yada. Please reschedule. Next one's a little bit rougher. It's like, hey, dude, if this isn't a good fit, no skin off our back, no big deal. And then the third one's like, hey, looks like we're not going to be a good fit if you're really not able to make it. And I actually, in that one, ask for a deposit if they want to come in next time. I ask for a simple $100 deposit, just because I don't want to waste my sales team's time. These are 3 appointments now that somebody could have been there, they could have sold. So that is my basic workflow for my AI automated qualifying and scheduling bot. Please let you know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Funnel Doc out. Peace.